Right then, let's talk about Japanese cars. They weren't always the technological marvels we know today. Nope, their story begins modestly. Picture Japan in the early 20th century. Their first cars? Often based on European and American designs. Think of it like learning to bake. You start by following recipes, right? Early Japanese manufacturers did the same, learning the ropes, tinkering, understanding the mechanics. Little did anyone know they'd soon be baking the automotive world a whole new cake, and a bloody delicious one at that. After the Second World War, things began to change. Japan needed to rebuild, and its car industry saw a chance. Companies like Toyota and Nissan started making names for themselves. They focused on small, affordable cars, perfect for a rebuilding nation. These weren't flashy gas guzzlers, they were practical, reliable, and, dare I say it, quite clever. The West, used to its big, thirsty cars, took notice. Here were these plucky Japanese cars zipping about, sipping fuel like it was going out of fashion. The seeds of a revolution were sown. Now the Japanese have this thing about always improving, always innovating. It's in their DNA, I tell you, and it bleeds into their cars. Take Toyota and their hybrid engine, the Prius. When it first came out, people laughed. A battery-powered car? What a load of rubbish. But Toyota knew better. They knew the future was about fuel efficiency. Now everyone's trying to catch up, and it's not just hybrid tech. From Honda's VTEC engines to Mazda's rotary engines, these lads are always pushing the boundaries. Let's talk about reliability, shall we? Japanese cars are built like tanks, and I should know, I've driven a few. They just don't break down. You buy a Japanese car, you're buying peace of mind. You see them everywhere, these old Toyotas and Hondas, still chugging along like the day they left the factory. It's no accident, you know. They put these cars through their paces, testing them in the harshest conditions. They want to make sure they can handle anything you throw at them, and by Jove they do. Section 5. Efficiency Kings winning the fuel economy race. Remember those fuel-sipping cars I mentioned earlier? Well, they've only gotten better with age. Japanese manufacturers were among the first to realize that fuel efficiency was the future. They invested heavily in developing fuel-efficient engines and lightweight materials. The result? Cars that go further on a tank of petrol than a camel in the desert. And with petrol prices being what they are these days, that's no bad thing. Section 6. Design Philosophy, Zen, and the Art of Automobile Aesthetics. Now I know what you're thinking. Japanese cars aren't exactly known for their exciting designs. And you know what? You're right. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. They have this thing called Zen, right? It's all about simplicity, functionality, and harmony. And you know what? It works. Take a look at the Mazda MX-5. It's not trying to be flashy or aggressive. It's just a simple, elegant roadster that's a joy to drive. Sometimes less is more. Section 7. Legends on Wheels. Iconic Japanese cars and their stories. Japanese car makers have produced some right corkers over the years, cars that have become legends, icons of their time. Take the Toyota Corolla for instance, the best-selling car of all time. Or the Nissan Skyline GTR Godzilla to its friends. A technological tour de force that could outrun supercars twice its price. And let's not forget the Honda NSX, a supercar that proved Japan could mix it with the best of them. These cars weren't just good, they were game changers. Section 8. Global Domination, from Tokyo to your driveway. Today, Japanese cars are everywhere. From the bustling streets of Tokyo to the wide-open roads of America, they've conquered the world, and for good reason. They're reliable, fuel-efficient, well-built, and increasingly stylish. They've earned the trust of millions of drivers worldwide, and that, my friends, is no mean feat. It's a testament to the hard work, dedication, and sheer bloody-mindedness of the Japanese car industry. Section 9. The future is Japanese. What's next for the land of the rising sun? So, what's next for Japanese cars? Well, if history is anything to go by, they'll keep innovating, keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible. They're at the forefront of hybrid and electric technology, and I reckon they'll be leading the charge towards a more sustainable automotive future. One thing's for sure, the Japanese car industry isn't going anywhere. They've earned their place at the top table of the automotive world, and I, for one, can't wait to see what they come up with next.